Mary and Bob have been married for about 40 years. They started their relationship in college purely by coincidence, but they went on to get married because they found love along the line. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like, and share this video with your friends. Mary was a plain-looking woman who enjoyed the simpler pleasures of life, while Bob was a chubby man who did not think it necessary to take care of himself, but who also had a lot in common with his wife. Mary never complained about how he looked. He was already overweight even before their marriage, so she was well aware of what she was getting into. It helped their marriage and kept it afloat for years. Then suddenly, before their anniversary, Mary observed that her husband's form started to morph. He began to look better, he started to lose weight, started getting his haircuts regularly, and his cheeks were always red. Mary liked the improvements, but rather than enjoy his growth, she started to harbor dark thoughts. They had spent 40 years married to one another, and very rarely had he taken great care of himself. In fact, she knew that her husband only groomed his hair when they went on dates, and it was always at her suggestion. What if there was another woman out there making him want to look different? She thought. One day, she decided she would follow him to find out if there was indeed a woman. She wanted to catch him red-handed so he wouldn't be able to deny it. Mary soon discovered her husband often went to a beauty salon, the same one she often frequented. One day, she followed him to the place, and several minutes after he entered, she walked into the salon as well. She was welcomed by the sight of her husband with a cosmetic mask on his face. "What are you doing?" she asked, confused. "Oh, hey, honey, I've been preparing for our upcoming anniversary with the help from the lovely staff of this establishment," Bob answered. Mary was surprised by his answer, but it positively affected her, and she decided to sit with him while he finished his facials. They bantered back and forth about different things, and, after everything, returned home together happily. But when they arrived home, Mary realized that one of the earrings she wore to the salon was missing. "It must have fallen out of the salon," she thought to herself. "I can just get it tomorrow." The earrings were a gift from Bob on her last birthday, and the pair had quickly become her favorite, so she was quite bent on retrieving the lost stud. The following day, she returned to the salon to look for her earring, and get her hair done as well for her romantic dinner with Bob. He insisted on it, even though she thought she didn't need to. When Mary arrived at the salon, she found her earring under a chair, but after one of the hairstylists told her her hair still looked great, she decided to go home without getting it done. It meant she arrived home earlier than her husband expected. The front door was locked, but she had her key, so she was able to get herself in. She made her way to the master bedroom, and as she raised her hand to turn the knob, she heard a noise coming from inside the room. Mary opened the door slightly and peered in through the crack and was shocked to see her husband in bed with the owner of the salon, Lucretia. Rather than make a scene, Mary calmly left them to it and retired to the living room. There, she hatched a plan to punish her husband. To take sweet revenge on Bob, she replaced his face cream with depilatory cream that reacted adversely to his skin. The next morning, Bob ran out of the bathroom looking all red and itching like crazy. "Mary, I can't stop itching," he said, frustrated. "What do you mean? Are you okay?" she asked, faking concern. "I've been itching since I used my face cream," he said. "You've been using that cream for weeks, Bob. I'm sure it's something else. Do you think it's an infection?" Mary asked. Mary forced Bob to get himself checked at the clinic where she used to work, and when the results came back, she switched them with fake ones and took them to him along with divorce papers. Bob was shocked, first, by the results. It said he had an infection. The divorce papers shocked him after. A quick look at Mary's face confirmed that it was not a joke. He tried to explain, but all the angry woman did was give him a hot slap. He quickly signed the papers after that. Mary packed her things and left their home that same day. "I would rather lose you than lose my pride," she said, leaving her unfaithful husband. She also called his concubine and informed her about his supposed infection. She did not take kindly to the information, and she immediately ended things with Bob, too. At the end of the day, Bob was all alone.